Chit chat for payback. So today has been quite a day again. Such a headache. So many revelations. Strangulation with Justin. That one I was like, I didn't like it at all. It's already complicated to build a relationship from a distance. Then it's more complicated to have a steady sentimental pace with someone when your emotions are targeting all the fucking time. It's like my emotions, my thoughts, like fearing like your lover. So it's tough. It's tough. And I get paranoid about the person you are involved with. It's tough. And I'm involved with them while it feels like we're sharing something, but at the same time it's really public and that bothers me. That bothers me and it's targeted all the time. It's like it's a base of unfaithfulness and they are still targeting it. It's a sin. And they still target it while they are supposed to promote sinful behaviors for everyone, especially the royals. We are supposed to be forced to have to sin. So right now with my IT not working, my mobile phone not working, I am forced to find other ways to get food. For instance, I have been stealing food from a museum. It was in the fridge. I got food, but I got away with it. I have all this, and at the same time, I am thinking that it's gonna be amazing for the scatterfields, the people amateurs wanting to test my poop or eat my poop because it's a royal poop and because it's a celestial poop. So it's supposed to give them some powers which they do not have because I am a normal person. I just have extraordinary abilities or an extremely compatible biology with the matrix. I can retrieve information in a very fluent manner because the technology might have been developed to prioritize my biology over the one of others. Others, some type of play safe, just to protect me, create a distance, a gap between the other people and myself, so that I'd be able to survive all of this right now, all that's happening with me right now. And they have been modeling a lot of the technologies on the basis of my biology, so it's normal that I have an advantage, therefore, compared to others. It's the situation as well. It's less of something else rather than the situation. So it means that they have been creating their own gap. They have been giving me too much power. While they thought that they were exploiting me for their own gain, own personal gain. In the end, they have been boosting me rather than anything else. So this is why I say that those people are idiots. They have given me access to the minds of millions of people so that I could think whatever I fucking want, to tell them whatever I fucking want. And by I mean the teams behind the Matrix, the Celestial. and surely my divine essence, my celestial essence, which curated potentials of this reality before I came in. I I project. I slept enough. I slept between 10 a.m. and I think 3 p.m. What is this? I think that was it. And yet I'm feeling tired because they don't stop targeting me. They haven't stopped targeting me while they are being abducted, while they are being oppressed, while they have everything that is taken away from them, and you still have plenty cars passing by right now. I don't know if that's real or fake traffic. I think a bit of both to annoy me and to make me believe that there would be that much traffic. But when I was at the library before 10 p.m., no, it's cars, 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 cars. A wave, massive wave, like dark, crowded, like black crowded, like a pack, like solid pack on the pedestrian walk. And then I was going to the library and then like cars all the fucking time. And then I'm saying on the computer that I recognize that pattern, that when things are going down here to the rock bottom, what they do is that they tend to overcompensate to go the other direction. This is how they apply the principle of compensation in what? In the Kybalion, which is an alchemist book with all the bases of alchemy. Alchemy. Alchemy means from darkness, apparently, because when in Egypt, there were the Nile or rain was pouring. I think when the Nile was overflowing, then the sand was covering up everything in dark, in black, because it's the color of the sand. So this is why it was called alchemia from darkness, because it was coming from Egypt. This type of this type of knowledge. Apparently, they had lots of rituals going on. They were going about magic for absolutely everything, but it was just part of their life. It was when they woke up, when they go to sleep, in the bathroom, like rituals for absolutely everything. And it was not concerning forcibly all the time the killing. To, yeah. Today it's all about that. It's all about that. It's all about degrading what you do, etc. To favor other people. Again, my frontal lobe, which is targeted. I can think, oh, so you see on camera that once again they want to make me feel sleepy AF while there have been drastically, a drastic increase of celestial presence around me. I don't know why they keep these people up right now. I don't understand that. I just understand that it's supposed to be for my greatest good. And like they like to make me, you can try some video. Look, sit down, it was nothing for the past 2 hours. Like now they're going all in because it's going to be seen, like this formation of the reality. so that you would see myself being targeted, so that it would give you less strength to target them. But what's going on is that for 2 hours more, I was just easy. There is absolutely no one around me right now. At some point in the library, I said that I recognized the pattern of inflating what's really going on with the remembrance of the blackouts. Yeah, I've heard. I've heard an airplane. It's been a while, and I've seen it. Seen airplane. Okay, so there are spaceships below the top level of the buildings. It's 4, 5, 6 floor max. I have seen the spaceships like this in all. They come, dumb, dump, dumb, to Trump. Yes, the World Trade Center and the magic as well. They think it exists, but it doesn't exist, perhaps. I don't know what exists in the magic or not because of the technology. Apparently, there is something called the force, but from experience, I know that what they call the force could be an elder of the Illuminati not able to move anymore, taking over their body. And so they feel that it's like someone else inhabiting the body, because yes, someone else is controlling the body, and it's not the force. It's just another royal too old to go to rituals anymore and using your body to kill someone still. I understand that it could be disheartening. I get it. The concept of magic is precious when you have it in your life, right? It makes you feel that there is a part of mystery, of catchable mystery that you can tap into to for some infinite form of, I don't know, things that you can enjoy and be surprised by and transcend yourself with. I understand that. I can understand. I do believe that there are some type of magic. My vision is that the body might have it's new ager, but the body might have abilities that can be honed and improved with either practice or enhancement thanks to new form of technology, not one that is harmful and intrusive, but some which are symbiotically working with your body. Then the magic. I see my iris doing So the magic. What I think is that there is that past a certain point, we're gonna have magic blended with technology. This is the Thor concept, scientific concept of magic being blended with technology. And it doesn't, you don't really make a difference between both because they are one and the same, yet different. But there is a mastery and understanding, unders- a deep understanding of what's going on. This is my paradigm when I project about the future and magical stuff. This is what I think that there is. Magic is also all that is related to the royals and the mystery that covers the story of the royals. Because you don't know, you say that it's 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 magic, sorry. That's something that only the royals understand. That los reyes magos. And you see, I'm doing this. Oh, I know someone, Brigitte Beret, who was doing this all the fucking time. OCD. We should be in the hierarchy. Is it possible? Because I'm doing this all the time, so it might be related to her. I'm gonna write her with a question mark because lots of people in my surrounding they're in the hierarchy because of the of my stature. I saw as well that Sarah Lequien, further that than studying psychology, hypnotherapy, which I wanted to study, but couldn't because of the attack. So she's done it. She's done it. Further than that, Sarah Lequien was coming back to Caen right around my birthday. But my birthday, I spent it in Troyes, and I left before she arrived. And I saw that she was creating content, but she didn't have any engagement at all. Whereas she started to have high profiles like Mr. France. Not like it's a high profile, but secondary high profile because Mr. France is less well known than Miss France. But still, like the guy considered the most beautiful guy in France, the one the royal selected with the most skill, selected to be considered as the most beautiful, awarded. So she interviewed him while she had no visibility at all, no engagement. How a content creator starting out of nowhere would have that type of contact and people supposed to have that type of visibility, right? A, a broader reach because she's never been on the television, right? But he's been broadcasted on the television. I didn't check the date, but I wouldn't be surprised that she started this video of content creation when I dropped them or in parallel of me starting the YouTube of Stalk Yourself. And I thought we could work together, right? A friend from when I was 19 years old. I thought she was a friend. She was not. More abductions. Spaceship, beaches, stars, reaching in every direction. Tack, fighting, hardcore. Oh, that's violent. Wow, wow. We've got this. Whoa, you've got this. You're the best. Guy from the KK was. Listen, but like his cop was aiming at creating some sonic attacks. I got the feedback to understand what's up, like a slight feedback to understand what's up. Right here, all that. There are some interstellar fights in parallel. Oh, someone jumped. One of the enemy spaceship was just some fight. And it's a bit like in video games, the way they fight, but it's like the type of attack is different. Yes. All right. The reason is just that our war going on. We're in the middle of an interstellar war. This is what's going on. It's possible that my enemies, they've been supported and given tech by my opponents on a celestial level. And that is why they are so hard to get rid of. Why it's still super easy to get rid of them somehow. It's possible. I have seen a species which was around here, and they didn't care about the human species. They just wanted to control and to use it and to get to pass on to the next thing. They were not there to help out or of any way. And this is when Nantes has been completely crazy. This was around that time, and I was in Troyes after, where they sequestrated me for more than a week or a week for my birthday. The planet is rotating fast, huh? Quite fast. So I know that my enemies have been, earthly enemies have been protected at some point by some aliens, and perhaps this is why they didn't want anybody to know about aliens, because this way they wouldn't have the exclusivity on knowing what was really going on. The tech, the mind control tech, is not some earthly technology, it's alien technology that they either reverse engineer, either that was given to them. Wait a minute, because like I had as well, I have already the either that was given to them in my mind, but didn't feel that. Yeah, technology has been given to them by my forces as well, for me, right? And a part of it has been given by my opponents. It seems before being abducted, fight. And so my interstellar forces showed me that my enemies were mastered. of the- So the humans attacking me right now, they aren't geniuses. They are just taking advantage of something that has been given to them. Nothing else. This is why they're so retarded in the way they are attacking me. I didn't recognize that. You cannot invent such technology and be that retarded in the use of it. It's 1 a.m. 23 and an ambulance, an orange one, passed by. My enemies, they don't want the human species to remain alive. They couldn't care less. They just want the control. They want the control. They use it for what they need. Don't, don't care. This is why it's been going to shit, I guess. Because this species is not respecting the human species. And so this is why you have such a profound disrespect towards human lives from the social leaders of the hierarchy right now. This is why. It's because they are being manipulated by other species. It's not because they are in control, it's because they are being controlled. There is the nuance. But the main species which was targeting me is gone now, right? Or the attack are gone? Yes. That's a little yes, huh? Yeah, they keep targeting, I guess. So tonight I won't sleep. because I saw that it was going to be crazy, and I suspect that this is because you have lots of sociopaths or psychopaths which have been triggered by the release of information and in the thrill, the thrive for the danger, with all that's at stake, they couldn't resist but to still go about it. They couldn't control themselves. Said that he was given the technology by aliens in his sleep. Uh, Perhaps for me in preparation, or perhaps to be able to catalyze humanity enough so that a definite exchange would be able to happen right now. One death right now in the cultural house. Oh, the cultural house, there is a phoenix. Phoenix inside. I can't wait to bring my penthouse to be on the balcony and to be able to have some conversations with my celestials, with Justin. Today has been complicated. It's been very complicated in that regards. Like I had a headache for the entire time, almost. I had people targeting me in the library, violence, little. Look at that. This is my new bracelet, the one I have been doing, the one I made in 2 days. Each knot is one death, one suicide, I guess, from the red bloodline, more specifically, the most powerful one. So this is the equivalent of 600 deaths per suicide of the red bloodline. This is the symbol of power, and I have more of them. Uh, And I have more of them. Yeah, I'm responsible for so many deaths. Yeah, they wanted me to talk about that. I don't know what to say about Justin right now, except that we are protected by our celestial forces, and that I am not pleased at all to witness that he's targeting me with the music and using me because I am being used right now to escalate. And I do not enjoy at all the fact that he would play in the parade while he knows that I do not appreciate such a thing at all, and that this is the last thing that I expect from him. This is why, beside the attacks on my brain, I am somehow still a bit distant. I do not try to fight this. I just let it be somehow. Because anyway, anyhow, They are obsessed with controlling my thoughts, my words, and everything that is in my experience. So all I am doing is that I witness and understand that there is some form of affection towards Justin, but the thing is that my biology is so influenced heavily externally that it's just a distorted environment, emotional, bodily environment, physio physiological environment. So I do not have the the space to witness really what's going on with my body because it's all overtaken right now, and this is why the human species is endangered. And it's like they don't understand the danger right now in which the human species is, where they have all the cues and they keep pushing while they are being killed. That much I do not comprehend. I don't understand. This confirms that they are societal, 100%. You cannot do more societal than this. They just want to be right, perhaps. They just want to be right about that, and they would fight against anyone or anything just to be right about this situation. But I don't know why they feel the need to be so right all the time. I elaborated on it, and being right means for them subconsciously that they have made the right choice to ignore the pathology and to run away from it. And if they are not right, it means that they have made a mistake, a profound mistake, not a profound mistake to have ignored their pathology. This is what I understand, what I can foresee right now. They need the body control somehow. Why? They are being killed because of this. So why would you feel the need to sustain something that is killing you? Addiction. This is the only thing. Addiction. But then, if it is only about moving one body, you can move your own body and master it. It's called dancing. I'd be curious to understand what's going on in that mind right now. Perhaps they think that I tolerate them being serial killers and mass murderers because I am one myself for self-defense. And this is why I do not feel bad about it. It's because it's self-defense and it's because all the people that have been dying or deserving it 100%, they wanted me dead. They want me dead to take all I have, all that I have, including trying every day to override my body with some frequencies that would lead me to develop a cancer or any other type of diseases, silently killing me, presence. So it means that every time I'm doing this, it's them silently trying to kill me. every single fucking time. Every time I just had this, it's them trying to silently kill me. Why it's targeting now Trump, DD Curry Trump, and the same for the itching and so on. It participates to the same parasitical and abusive model, leading them to believe that my life is theirs and that they have the right to do whatever they want, whatever the fuck they want, whatever the fuck they want to do with me. I don't know what's the paradigm with my alien forces, but I'm not sure that humanity really appreciate to understand that all they've been working on, all they've been doing for their entire life, for the entire life cycle of the energy of the species, or I don't think that anyone would appreciate to get to know that it was all a play, a type of video game that aliens were editing up to develop some of the type of sophisticated games. I don't think that anyone would appreciate that. Sure. And for them, it's the same. It's like right now when I'm doing this, it's them forcing something on me. Why the planet is being killed right now as we speak. The planet is being killed. We just don't know how, we don't know when. Right. I had a vision in my mind like, I don't know, this is food for you. No, 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 do you understand? And so this is why then I was like, so I don't know what I said before, but you see that those people are just insane. They are insane, they won't stop because they think that they are protected by extraterrestrial forces which aren't having their back at all and seeking only to exploit them and kill them. And on the top of that, they have been numerous, they have been making numerous enemies and they are being killed, which means that the ones with them aren't with them anymore and they have been captured since a long time. No one is protecting them. And when it comes to my marriage with Justin, it's not. I just need to see Justin. Because right now they are doing everything possible that's possible to get in the way, to fuck it up, to make me feel that Justin is just doing everything he can to drag me and into being in love with them, and then hurt me also. I don't know. They are putting, they are placing a target on their back with all they are doing right now. Why would you do that? for the pleasure of manipulating one mind and spaceship. There's no pleasure in manipulating one mind. You aren't manipulating absolutely anything. You're just sending messages as if you would send message to some messagery. This is all that's happening is broadcasted frequencies to one specific target, one recipient. It's nothing more than this. It happens to be that the recipient is a complex machinery, biomachinery, but past that, it's not much more interesting than anything else. I find it more interesting to try to figure out what's going on with you without having to snoop within your mind with technology, and without having to tell you what's up with yourself with the technology so that you would consider it as such for yourself. I don't need that. I don't need that because I'm not handicapped socially, right? I thought I was handicapped socially because of all the satanism and all the people placed only to take advantage of me was satanizing me. I thought I was socially handicapped, but I was not. You are. You are. And I won't sleep. You can work on that for I don't know how long. I won't sleep at all. Not here. I've learned my lesson on the parking. I don't sleep there anymore. It's over. And I will continue to push until you find it. What the fuck? When I when I was about to ride Brigitte Bray, I saw someone walking in my direction, and then a glimpse of something. And then Veronique Bray, and I saw someone in black walking there. An impression. To some extent, this realm of impression, I see it all, but I don't talk about it so much because I don't know what it is exactly. Like sometimes I have real impressions and so on, but I know as well that a part of the technology can influence myself, like influences myself 100%. I just don't know to which extent exactly. I know that what's going on with my body can be on automatic and that it is in automatic to some extent. I don't believe that I am the only one which is going through this process, which is something that is, it's not nice. You hear yourself, you feel, you see, you hear yourself, you see yourself. But when you're in the moment, you don't feel like being yourself. You don't feel like being yourself at all. You just feel like you receive inputs and that it's translated within your information and that you don't really control any of what's going on. And that you just have to accept that what's going on is not forcibly what's you are going through because this is something which is different. What's going on, what you are doing, and what you are going through. Those are two different realms. There is yourself, your real self, and the layer of calculation that is sent to your body so that you would react in such a way or such a way, so that you would develop such a skill or such a skill. So you've seen my eyes. This is like Bridget. She does things like this with her eyes. Now you can witness as well that I'm smoking a little. This is the last one. I have been sleeping. What? I have been smoking for 3 days in a row, and this is the last day. Just one cigarette, not my but the fact that it's regular on a period of time, it counts as addiction, and it's a habit that you are taking. So then once you take the habit, it's difficult to get rid of it. It's more difficult to get rid of it. And I guess that's what they are going through. Oh, there is less cars. There are less cars. So an incident has happened. Once again, because they cannot control themselves and they have to push always, they know only one thing, which is to have a plan, which is to attack no matter what, no matter who, and they go about it all the time. Anything you do because it becomes an issue. Like this. This was becoming an issue because I was getting too good at it. It's a bit much there, but whatever. You see this? I have never done such a complicated piece in my entire life. I have done complicated, but not of that magnitude. And I learned how to do that better as well from both hands. I know that I had the advice inside from someone, an aborigine from, I think this person was from the US, I think. I think that she showed me the ways. Like, I know like the feeling of feeling someone else through myself. And this is still you. You're still you, but you feel that there is another overlayer or within layer, depending on how it happens. I understand as well that there are some calculations in the back of what you could say, that it's possible to make some lists of elements and messages that you have to give to certain people and so on, that it can be programmed beforehand, and then when the person is around, you give the signal. That it's possible as well to influence your language patterns by making you repeat favor some types of words over others. It's possible as well to visually make you target more one pieces of information rather than another one, and to map the environment so that you would all the time look at the specific thing that they want you to look at. I know that it's possible to load certain type of information that has to be said within a context throughout the day, and that you just play the file, the disk, basically, and then at some point I relay the information. I understand that it's possible to do such a thing. I guess that I would, or that, or perhaps I'm just a fucking genius understanding absolutely everything out of the blue like this, right? There is part of both. There is part of both. I can manage to process information quickly. It's like at some point they've been feeding me with some imprints of consciousness, layers of consciousness when I was smoking weed, so that I remain conscious enough because I am a director. Okay, so I had to stay on top of the game. So it's like I have layers of consciousness which are implanted within me, so that somewhere I would still remain in control, what no matter what happens. So that I would still have this awareness of what's going on, this distance. It's like looking like snapping, like emotional, like tick, 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 tick. Okay, that's this, and then this, and like this, or this and that. And then I don't know how long. Like happened several times, but I don't know how long it happens. It was in Barcelona. I just know that. I was like, oh, whoa, gee, yeah, yeah, okay, this inspecting my body. What was going on? I felt the marshal as well. At some point, I had the character of the marshal. I don't know if it was a marshal. I think it was a marshal, but I have. So there are several things. It could be that it was a marshal taking over because it was an important moment and several stuff had to be done, and someone has been dropped, fell, society. I think that it was a marshal because they knew how to talk like military, like the way to talk to soldiers, always giving positive feedback, like, yeah, okay, there is this, that, that, like it's war. It's war and your situation is not optimal, but you have to manage it and handle a team. And there are some stuff that you need to continuously say to keep the morale of the troops up. And he was like, "Oh yeah, this is cool. Nah, nah, let's go on, move on like this and this." And like they were as well when they were looking at the stars, it was different type of analysis than my analysis of things. And I guess that as well, they had the space to process the information that I do not have. So it was like I had a second brain as well to analyze the thing was where my brain was as well processing the information, and that both insights made it possible for the marshal to be able to translate the information in a much more accurate manner somehow, something like this. I'm giving ideas apparently because I don't know about what's going on. So, and this is as well how I like to proceed sometimes. I like to understand the project superficially, build something, some book of ideas around that project without knowing anything about the project, and then go into the depth of what it actually is to again contrast my fictional vision versus what it actually is, to bring some bridges and ways of innovating. This is a methodology that I'm following. It's time consuming, it asks you lots of effort, lots of research, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's instructive. It gives you flexibility, versatility. As well, it helps you to not be too attached to one version, one idea of something you have, something you develop, because you know that it's meant to be discussed in the first place. So you aren't like, all right, this and nothing else. You know that it's made just to be there as guideline. I don't know what I am. Who am I at the end of the day? I don't understand who am I right now. I understand who am I, what I'm going through, but I don't know where is me. This is the thing. Where where is the me part? It's like it's my experience, all of it, but where is my part? Where is me? Where am I? because they are just doing absolutely everything so that it would be blurred and so that my entire body would be overtaken so that and like boundaries being blurred so that they could make me do whatever they want the way they want it all the fucking time. They want absolute control, which is a pattern that is coming from the malevolent species, this obsessive trait and heretic motion that is unstoppable and that is going in absolutely every possible direction, super in a super abrupt manner and forced manner to get what they want. This is exactly the way they act. So look at Trump. Exactly the way I have been seeing them move. We are in the middle of an interstellar war. This is part of the game. And they don't want you to know that I cannot elude that part because of how much dirt there is right now to talk about and how saturated I am with all the fucking fuck up which are forced onto me. It's like, poof, while we are in the middle of a fucking interstellar war. And it's not that I focus on this, it's just that they are fucking focused on this. And they impose it because they love it. And therefore, then you're like, what the? This is why humanity is being exterminated right now. I guess that there are several plans which are in motion and interlate because this is the way that my alien forces must be moving forward. They aren't moving in one monolithic direction at once. They are moving several type of dimensions at the same time, several type of possible outcome at the same time. This on several dimensions, several potentiality and breaches of time events, space-time, blah. They are handling much more than what we do. Us, we're just like here, right now, right here. It feels like this, it feels like that. But then they're like tick 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 this that. There is it's much more complex and nuanced reality than the one we live in. And I understand this perfectly. I also understand that I do not have all the answer. This is why I have been so patient even though I was mad. Because I do not tolerate anyone letting me in such a position while I'm a fucking celestial prince. And they have been abusing of this certain situation by hiding the truth, by hiding that my alien forces had been attacking them for the entire time so that they could be able to manipulate me into feeling powerless. And the more powerless I was feeling, I guess, the more the forces, the celestial forces were targeting them still. So it means that it was totally unproductive. And that no matter what was going on with me, I was bound to eventually get out of it because they had decided that I was getting out of it, and I was here to get out of it no matter what. Somehow they are convinced that I am shaping reality. I don't see it. My life has been shaped for my entire life. How do I shape reality? It's like, did I win the lottery or what? I didn't. Why would you have this idea that I have the power of manifest of creating reality? Where did that come from? How did you how did you arrive to this conclusion? Like why why because I can talk and because I can think and because I can relate to other people, you think that I am a super magical being? Why because I am intelligent, you think that I am a super intelligent being, like a super like a creator, a god? It's like I have been working on my communication for my entire life. And if people understand and relate to what I'm saying, it's because I have been working on that skill for my entire life. And rhetoric is the power of conveying a message in the right way, at the right time, with the right pacing, with the right words, so that the audience could relate to it, understand it, and roll with it, be motivated by it. I have been studying this as well. So why would you think that it's a superpower? It's like because of my stature, everyone is looking at me and I am on a pedestal. Why would you think that's a superpower? I don't get it. Why would you think that I manifest reality? It's just that I have a position which brings lots of eyeballs, and you have been allowing this to bring so many eyeballs on what's going on with me. And as a result, you have been you have let a bunch of people with power being influenceable, influenced by my presence. The minute you listen to me, you are influenced by my words, by what I say, by what I think, by what I feel. It's how it is. So the minute you let in other people onto my reality, you made them subject to my words and my perception, and therefore to my influence. Why do you think that therefore I have some type of superpower? It's like you just created the entire thing in your own mind. You don't understand social construct and organizational psychology and societal psychology, collective psychology. You don't understand that.